Hey, it's Osman with House Einstein. I'm in front of 1460 Judson Drive in Boulder, and we're about to do a client preview or client tour. They asked us to come take a look at it. We're doing this before they fly out to make sure the house makes sense and is a good fit. I happen to have sold houses on the street. It's one of my favorite streets in South Boulder. Super quiet, and there's lots of families in the neighborhood. We know because our clients are a family with younger kids, and it's got great schools. This particular house is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, only about 1,800 square feet, but it's a decent sized lot, and it's a good floor plan for potential future expansion. And you'll notice, and I'll just flip the camera around real quick, that it's a street where lots of redevelopment activity has already happened. So you get homes like that one. So that's always a good sign when other neighbors are improving the home. At this time, the asking price is $835, and it just hit the market. So let's go take a look. I'm not so sure about red house with blue trim, but paint is the least expensive of improvements you can make. We've already talked about the no solicitor sign impact. I always tell my sellers, remove them. Remove those signs. It makes people feel like there's lots of solicitors or that they're not welcome. All right, so we are walking in, and it is into a vaulted living room. You can see the dining room toward the back, and then the stairs down to the lower level. So on memory, I'm pretty sure this listing is marketed as is. Seller will only address health and safety items. Whenever that sort of description is in the listing, it usually is a signal the house has got lots of problems. But this is showing better so far than I would have expected with that detail in the listing description. Kitchen obviously is ready to be updated. It's almost certainly original cabinetry, and the wall totally interrupts the space. Well, we're here, the windows look like they've been redone recently. That's good. But the good news is, a lot of times you can't tell if a wall is structural or not. But in this case, you can totally tell, because the wall doesn't continue. There is a post there that may or may not be structural, probably is structural and may need to stay. But if I bought this house, this wall would be out of here. And then when you redo the kitchen, you may want to continue the cabinetry to the left here and put in a bigger center island, take the wall away, fridge is on a different wall, and suddenly this living space is now connected to the kitchen and has much better flow. All right, let's take a look at our first bedroom. Flooring, the carpet looks pretty old. All the windows are open because it's pretty warm in the house. So I think we can conclude that it does not have air conditioning. Oh yeah, these are pretty much original finishes. I mean, at some point somebody put a linoleum floor down and then glued some strips of vinyl tile to keep the water out. Given the handholds, probably somebody looking to stay in a house and still have stay in the house when mobility issues start to present. So no air conditioning, but we've got registers and forced air, so adding an air conditioning system, not that big of a deal. This bedroom's a little bit on the tiny side, would work for a child, could also function as an office. Also, floors are shot, but carpet is one of the other very inexpensive items to update. So if you look at window edges, sometimes you can get a date code that's stamped into the window. Sometimes it's in the glass. In this case, it's in the glass, and I'm not sure you'll be able to read it. I'm seeing I don't know, 2001 maybe, 2013. It's white. So I'm not sure I can read it. It might be possible to read it in the video, but when I hit pause and freeze the frame. All right, let's keep going through. Most of the windows are newer. Even this particular window is newer. Chilled winds. And I can't read the date on that one. That one says 19. No, I'm not sure I can read the date. Never mind. All right, let's keep going through. Nice little touches here and there. I mean, even with a home that hasn't had a lot of updates, when people take the time to put little touches like that, I always get the feeling, they cared about it and they did what they could to really take care of the home. And I'm not seeing anything scary other than lots of dated finishes. Nice little laundry room with a little freezer. It's tidy, it's clean. The furnace is screened behind the Soji screen, but it looks like it's a non-high efficiency, a regular furnace, and probably fairly dated. Little half wall fireplace. So this probably qualifies as another bedroom. It has a closet. I'm not sure if it was one when it was built. Obviously today's egress windows are very different than this, but it does have a window that one could climb out if they are small enough to do so. And it does have a walkout, which is super desirable for a lot of buyers, and even in today's new homes they charge a premium for a walkout. Couple of bedrooms on this, another bedroom on this side of the house. Looks like it's being used as a therapy room by the owner. Might be a massage therapist or an acupuncturist. Smells like massage oils to me. I was looking at the ceiling and thinking, are those water stains? And then it hit me, no, those are clouds. The seller has painted clouds onto the ceiling to help relax their therapy patients. And I don't know, it's a strange criteria, but the house just has a really nice feeling to it, which is really not what I expected when I scheduled the showing and saw the details online. So I'm going to walk around the outside real quick. I'm going to go out the patio door and then walk around the outside, and then we'll call it wrapped up. You guys are done? You wanna just... Okay. Going out to the outside from the kitchen dining room area. And first thing I notice is there's a nice deck. And unlike some of the other ones we've seen today, it is not rotting and falling apart. It looks like it's recently been stained or oiled, and it feels pretty tidy. It's actually a reminder for me to get on that project on my house, because my house is ready. So from a functional perspective, that's where the walkout basement leads. A little patio area, nice backyard, reasonable size. Yeah, sure, some overgrown landscaping, but it's still pretty tidy and functional. And judging by the fasteners, which I think you can see, and let's see, where's my finger? There it is. I'm not sure if it'll focus in enough. There we go. This deck is not that old, because I don't think that style of fastener has been around that long. So, that's what it looks like from the back side. Slope looks correct. I didn't bring my level for the patio, but it looks okay. They decided to repaint that recently and recaulk it. I think they did a few things to get the home ready for sale, but all of it looks fine. I have no red flags, which, if you've seen some of these videos, you've seen houses with serious red flags. So I think the builder of the patio decided to reuse the supports. They were already tied into the footers, and supposed to be bolted to the house. I don't think, oh no, there's the shiny bolt. So that all looks correct. And as I've said in the other videos, I'm not an inspector. This is not a building inspection. Don't skip your inspection based on this video. But this is all pretty shipshape. All right, so this little fence is ready to be repaired, but would keep a non-leaping dog from hopping out. No gate, so I'm not going out that way. We'll walk around the other side. So sometimes you see these gates added into to access the neighbor's yard, and that happens when families with similar aged kids or friends live next door. And here's another one. So these are little signs of a really friendly neighborhood, or past neighbors that we're all friends together, and I always get a great feeling when I see that. And I've joked about adding that to one of my rental houses and actually I would happily work with them on it so that their kids could play with each other. They have to cross one neighbor's yard to make it happen, though. So even though I'm not a huge fan of the red and blue, I don't see any scary signs at all. Maybe that piece of trim edge is a little dry, but yeah, sure, okay. On this side, I should have brought a laser pointer. You can see it. That piece is ready to be replaced. And it's possible the roof leaked there when it got older. So you don't want to skip the inspection. Have the inspector look at the roof, and we'll try to take a look when we walk back out to the street. See what we can see, but it's not uncommon that when a roof is near the end of its life, it starts doing that. And then when the roofing team comes in, they actually don't address any of that. So I'm going to lift the camera high, but I can't actually see. So when the roofers come in and work on the roof, this is how running happens in Boulder. Even when it's hot out, we are running. So when roofers come in and redo the roof, they don't redo the soffit, so no surprise there, but it looks like there's a big membrane, and I'm 6'2", but I can't quite see what that roofing material is, so have the inspector take a close look. Hey, it's Osman with House Einstein. We're all done, wrapped up. Summary thoughts are that's pretty nice house, way better than I expected it to be, and on a great street, and the lot's relatively level, and I'm about to hop in the car and the team's staring at me to stop talking at the camera, so I'm going to stop. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to click subscribe and get the little notifications. That's that bell button in the corner, and we'll see you next time.